Hello everyone and welcome to a new episode of Voyage of Shadows, D&D 5e Adventure. If you've liked the series, remember to like the video, subscribe to the channel, and click that little bell so be notified of this again. And if you aren't doing so already, check me out on Twitch, link in the description below. I'm currently trying to get affiliate and a review and follow helps me immensely. Alright, so apologies, my allergies are acting up, so my voice is all fucked up right now. So, last time we left off, you had just vanquished the ghost captain who was guarding a piece of 8, a fragment of an artifact that was brought to your knowledge to be extremely powerful, or so legends have said. Captain, upon some questioning from you, revealed that he knew about the artifact and why. This is why you all originally came to this island in the guise of gathering materials to repair the ship. Upon defeating the captain, the ghost captain, Captain Sultan grabbed the piece of 8 in the entirety of the tomb. The ruins began to crumble and deteriorate. Centuries of time suddenly encroaching upon it. Through your hasty actions, you all escaped relatively unscathed from the crumbling ruins and made your way back through the island to the shore, where you all gathered up on one of the remaining rowboats that was left for you by the rest of the crew who returned earlier, and made your way back to the shore, back to the ship, which is where we pick up today. You have all climbed on board, still fairly wounded from the previous battle. And the captain has set his men back upon the daily routine of sailing. Well, he himself has taken the helm. So, was there anything any of you would have liked to have done before getting back on the ship? What I mean by that is, was there anything you would have tried to have scavenged from the island, any kind of fit? One moment.
Oz-champ?
Us?
His cat is
Fucking
probably attacking
dogs,
him or something.
I swear.
Oh.
Anyway. Anyway.
E. colon.
Yes, was there anything else you would have liked to have done, be it gathering materials that you would have found, or could have found, perhaps maybe have found, like food, or maybe cut down a tree or something, I don't really know. Whatever pops into your mind that you would have liked to have done before you left the island.
No.
Isaac would be too busy, right?
Not really. No. We were too busy trying to quickly get off the island and then find the ship, I think. So,
Yeah, I think we were a little, out of it because we just fought a ghost.
all of us went down at least one time.
Feels bad.
No, I think Panda never went down.
No, I got one shot.
Oh, did you? Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Ghost gun.
Yeah, Ghost
I got
Gun.
one shot by the ghost gun. Yeah.
So at least you didn't age 10 years.
That
Oh
did
yeah, I
happen.
forgot about that.
That did
I
happen.
haven't.
Good for this.
How would aging 10 years work for a Warforged? It probably doesn't work. Never mind.
No, it would. You get just slightly more rusty and a little bit more squeaky. Yeah.
It's metal, not eternal.
Nothing is ageless. Alright. Well, in that case, since none of you plan on doing anything else now, you have all made it back onto the ship, and the captain has set his men to work, and you have set sail once again off into the blue abyss, otherwise known as the ocean.
Owen's gonna keep an eye out for any signs of the Kraken if we bump into it.
Perception check. As you scan the horizon looking for that dastardly Kraken that accosted you all just earlier within the day, really. Or last day. Within the last day or so. You do not see any sign of it. You do not see the storm or the whirlpools that you were met with its prior engagement.
Gillistrand's going to walk up to the captain while he's steering. I'm gonna say, sir, if we're going to be looking for more of these now that we have one, can you give me more information as to what these guardians are? He talked about a number. He was the first, the Kraken was the second or third. Do you have any idea as to the rest, if there are more?
Can I just say, fuck allergies, man. Like, for real, fuck allergies. Allergies suck.
All my homies hate allergies.
All my homies hate allergies. Fuck allergies. But as you approach and you ask him if he is aware of any more of the fragments, he will turn to you, not really looking at you because he's still looking at the horizon, making sure he doesn't hear anything, even though there's nothing really to hit out here. But it's good practice. He maintains sturdy hold of the wheel and nods. Aye. I'm aware of a few. There's 8 pieces. Which piece we have, I'm not too sure. But I'm aware that there are others. I'm aware that there's 8. We have 1.
But do you have any clue as to their guardians, as we've had to combat 2 of them already, and I don't want to be caught unawares.
I'm not too familiar. only vaguely familiar with their location.
Well, if we're going to be doing more of these, please let us know.
Of course. Alright, what are the rest of you doing?
Just down the basement. I don't know if that actually got picked up on my mic.
No, I didn't really hear you when you said that.
Oh, damn it. Scribbling furiously in the basement.
In
Well.
the basement!
Crew quarters, I guess I should say. Whoop.
Yay, Max.
Yay, maps. I can sit in the chair.
Alright, you go down to the crew quarters, sit down, and as you ride away, in the back, just background noise, you hear the cook continuously cooking away, as if nothing has happened. I don't know what he would be doing, so I'm just going to put him here.
He's a barbarian, probably drinking.
He's drinking.
Can I climb the mast and climb up to the crow's nest?
Yeah, there's ropes and ladders going down that you could climb. Yeah.
Yeah. Be right here then. Just chilling up top,
Alright,
sitting.
you climb up top and sit next to the crew member who's actually stationed there. He just kind of looks at you, waves slowly, and then goes back to scanning.
Hi.
Yeah. Hello.
And then I just like look down or look out in the horizon.
Alright. You look out through the horizon. All that you really see is mass. It is a mass of blue. The small crest of white from waves gently rolling.
What is the time of day?
Let's see. Well, let's see. At the time of the attack of the Kraken, it was about midday. You got to the island next day. Okay, so let me get my time out. Okay, so you got to the island next day, basically. Spent mostly the entire day there. So just as you were leaving, the sun was going down. Made it back to the rowboats, got back on the boat. So about now, it's actually very late. It's about pitch black. So there's currently lanterns lit up on the ship to provide some sort of light for the crew, so they can actually see what they're doing. And there's an individual, both in the crow nest with you, holding a lamp, and there's one on the bow, also holding one out, kind of towards the surrounding ocean. and these two, along with the captain, all coordinating together, giving directions and whatnot to make sure that they don't hit anything or anyone who may be in the vicinity.
Well, I think after the fight with the ghost, Tobin's gonna hunker down and just like power down for a long rest or something.
Yeah.
But he's still aware.
Yeah. You have all of your senses. You just can't do anything basically.
Yeah.
Alright.
Are either of these chests considered mine?
Yours? No.
Where can I
But
put
you would have
stuff?
had you have an area where you all set up your stuff down to kind of just. You each have your own space. Those two chests, not necessarily yours, but you have an area to put your stuff. Most of the crews shall. You've been on the ship for about a week up until this point, or just a couple of days. I can't remember which it was, but you've been on the ship long enough to know that most of the crew share spaces.
I'm going to go down here and unpack my skulls into this chest.
That's like
If
going-
you're looking around, you'll see that Gillistrand is laying in his hammock, staring at a piece of paper.
Gillistrand,
Yes.
I have a pair of questions if you'll entertain me.
Sure. He'll tuck the piece of paper away.
He puts the next skull in the chest. What does it feel like to use magic?
Well, to be honest, it feels like I'm taking something that I've learned about and just applying it to the world. It's not difficult, I don't think. It takes some learning and a lot of practice, but I didn't find it that hard.
Yes, but how does it feel on your body? Is there any physiological reactions?
Well, that depends on the spell. Some spells are meant to change your body in all sorts of ways, but for the most part, no. I mean, you might feel some of the flow of mana. I'm assuming. I don't know how magic works in your world, but Mr. Shepherd. But
yeah, so for the most part, well, it really just depends on the type of magic. If it's divine magic, it comes from your god. If it's sorcery, it comes from within you. If it's druidism, it's from nature itself, the planet, the ley lines. Wizardry, it's a bit about same as sorcery, only you learned it and it's not innate. You have mastered the control of the magic within yourself and others.
Got it.
Because each individual has a certain amount of magic within them.
okay.
Just typical D&D stuff. It's nothing special.
Okay, he'll say, well, you'll feel the mana flowing around as if it were part of your blood, but other than that, there's no really other physical feeling.
I'll write that down. And he finishes getting all of his skulls in here. As for the second one, I almost died down in that dungeon, but obviously I didn't, which means somebody healed me. Who was that?
I don't remember who it was, to be honest. I think it was me. I don't remember.
It was you.
Okay, that's
He
what I thought.
stabilized him, I think.
Yes. He goes, oh, well, during my time at the wizard school, I learned some basic medicine, and so I basically stabilized you enough that you didn't bleed out. Rather simple once you've learned enough. I didn't have any chance to practice, so you were sort of a experiment to make sure that the knowledge I learned in the book would still work.
Elaborate.
Well, thank you. And he's gonna go to shake your hand.
He will take it.
There is 15 gold in your hand now, as it goes to his bunk.
He will take it back. And I'll say, thank you. And he'll pull the piece of paper back out and start staring at it again.
Should I have to do math now? Alright, we're good.
Well, you don't know how many skulls you have?
Currently 0.
I thought I gave them to you.
You did. I put them in a chest.
Oh, right.
So that I don't have literally 30 pounds of skulls. I'm keeping the mummy head, though. That shit can be useful. Anyways, that's my Isaac scene done.
And sing. Also,
Enter.
if anyone is watching the stream, refresh if you're buffering. You wouldn't know, because you can't hear this because you're buffering. But I'm saying it anyway.
Oh my god, lol.
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 Alright. Chris, are you doing anything?
Will!
Will!
RP now!
No, they don't have to RP if they don't want to.
She's just practicing her swordsmanship, pretty much.
You stand on the deck of the ship and practice your swordsmanship. Being careful not to take anyone's head off. People giving you a wide berth, but you're skilled.
You do. Isaac gets more skulls.
Not wrong. Not wrong. Alright. You know what? I'm just gonna... There. He's in bed. He's sick. He's seasick. He's been vomiting. He's going to bed. That's what's happening. Alright. Anyone like to do anything? Also, before I get ahead of myself, Gillistrum, did you ever resummon
Yes.
your familiar?
No,
Oh, okay.
because I would require 10 gold worth of incense, which I don't have.
I thought you bought extra.
No, I bought extra paper and stuff in case we found spells, but I didn't buy anything to resummon my familiar.
You could probably find some in the storage ship at the bottom somewhere. Who knows?
It's fine. I'm not super pressed about it.
Would you have liked to have bought some? Because otherwise you're just gonna have a spell that you can never use because of this scenario.
I mean, if you're okay with that, me retconning it a little
I
bit
would
there.
say yes, because otherwise you're with a spell that you'll never be able to use.
Fair enough.
And you're not a cleric or a druid, so you can't prepare. Well, you have a wizard. You're a wizard. You can have these spells prepared, but still.
Yeah, okay. I will subtract, let's say, 50 gold. And add 50 gold worth of whatever. And then I will spend 10 of it immediately.
Bam.
How much gold do I have? Oh,
I don't know. How much gold do you have?
64.
I have 106.
Oh.
Alright, so. The night progresses, and you all bunker in, resting as the ship progresses on its journey. Some of you training, some of you vomiting from seasickness. Don't know who that could be.
There are windows where he's sleeping, right?
Here? I think so.
Otherwise, he's just vomiting in the room.
He'd have a bucket.
Ah, burb.
Bird. And after 6 or so hours, roughly 8, you all get enough rest to refresh yourselves. You get a long rest.
Nice.
Hint, hint, nudge, nudge.
Where's the button? Oh, here it is.
Should be when you're talking.
I totally didn't assume we get a free long rest when we leveled up when editing my character. Hush, hush.
Oh no, that never happens.
Noted for the future.
Yeah. Now, I bounce back between leveling up if I want to do it. Basically, as soon as you level up, you can level up. Boom, you're done. Or you gotta take a long rest and then level. I bounce between the two. But I've never... Well... I can't say I've never done it, because I think I have done it like that before, but... Man. Really just depends on the scenario. But anyway, everyone gets a long rest. You all wake up to the sun just crescenting over the horizon. The crew has changed shifts throughout the night.
Fuck you, son.
Fuck you!
Right, I climb down. Doop.
Easily done. All the
Gillistrand is gonna eat breakfast.
you climb down, all the lanterns have been extinguished as the sun has risen. And are no longer needed. Gillistrand, you come out, and there is a group of men who are currently eating away as the cook has prepared food and laid it out for them. So you sit down, get your plate, and it is a little dish of those rice, there's a plate of beans, and what looks like a some sort of shrimp dish made from a stew of some kind.
Is Goon still throwing up?
Yes.
Goon, do you need me to get the doctor?
No, it's just dry fees right now. You see a little bit of ice trickle out from his vomit.
Alright. And assuming I'm not going to get any more sleep, boop, 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 boop. I'm going to sit with the rest of the crew. And by crew, I mean my crew. Hi, Tobin.
Middle wage demand.
Actually...
Not wrong. Not wrong.
Actually, have I seen a mirror? Am I aware of the spell's effects on me?
I would say
I mean, I feel like
your body cracks a little bit more than it did before your encounter.
My body may be failing, but I don't intend for that to be permanent.
uh-huh.
Hush yourself. Iron rots away.
I can replace it.
Do you know how to replace yourself?
Yeah.
The delay on that response was noted. What's for food?
Oh, you're asking me that?
Yes.
Oh, okay. As you sit down and you look at the plate that is in front of you, you see that there is a dish made out of those rice, beans mixed together, and on top of that there is not quite a stew, but it's kind of more of a sauce with a boiled shrimp dish. Cleaned and deveined. Cannot stress that enough. Devein your shrimp, people.
How come all I got was potatoes for breakfast? Munch.
What?
What?
Nothing.
Okay.
Gillistrand just eats quietly, thinking.
He's so Tova's just gonna reach out and just gonna prod at a striker and see what happens.
He'll slap you with his wings. Which for you probably doesn't hurt very much, because you're metal, but, you know. He'll just slap you with his wings until, if you don't give up, he'll fly away, so.
Gillistrand, what were you reading last night?
Oh, it's nothing. It's just, something from the past, that's all.
The past that you very much remember?
No. It's part of the past that I don't remember, which is why I think about it sometimes. Just try to process everything.
What do you think it is?
Oh, I know what it is. It's my certificate, saying that I am a swords bard, although I don't remember ever going to a bard's college.
We have a bard. It's Crust.
I know, but it's all in the past. I'm going to a new continent to escape ever finding out about my past, so it's fine.
Why run?
I'm afraid that my previous self may have been a bad person, or something of the effect. I mean, yeah, I was caught up in a magical accident, and the only reason for that to happen would be for me to be messing with things out of my control. So,
Like a curse.
you kind of cut out there. What was that?
Like a curse.
Forgetting someone's past could potentially be a blessing.
I'm trying to see it that way. Fresh starts and all. I just don't even know how old I am.
You blink? You know what? That was a stupid question.
I flash all of my eyes in a consecutive manner, one by one.
Huh. You know, speaking of sword bards, where is Crest?
She always does nothing. I wonder why.
She likes the sea breeze, I assume, so she's probably up top.
He flies. She can see the breeze all the time.
Speaking of which, what you doing, Chris?
Just looking out to sea. Staring out into the ocean.
Oh, as you step out into the ocean, it's very oceany. It's very blue. It's dark. Lots of seagulls.
Poke.
Nope, no dolphins. Shame.
Hmm.
Two numbers was all it would take.
Do.
Hello?
Yes. Hello.
Hello?
Yes.
Okay. It was just very quiet.
So what do you two think about this piece of 8 business?
Sounds cursed.
I think it sounds quite interesting. I would love to study it in a more secure environment than here.
You should purify it. A precautionary measure.
Purification is more of a clerical duty, not my specification.
Speaking of clerics, Tovin, you're of some divine, divine?
You mean, what are you trying to say?
As in, you channel divinity.
Yes.
Have you ever used negative energy? Or positive energy?
Never seen it. How is that that's what you're doing?
What I'm doing?
Negative energy?
I haven't yet, but feel close. I was curious about the... Well, this will sound familiar to Gillistrand, physiological effects it has, what to expect if it actually works.
Gives me my faith. Artificial at first, but genuine now.
Did you just make a pun?
Comment.
You are cutting out heavily with that synthesizer, by the way.
Oh, am I?
Yeah, your
Oh,
synthesizer like cuts you out really bad.
Hmm.
It's cool, but we can't hear what you're saying.
Oh, sorry.
It's fine.
It's fine. You could turn up your gain and it might help you there, but
For gains.
Maybe try speaking louder. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know how to fix any of these issues.
Ream at us. Do it.
But yes, my god gives me power. You should try it sometime. Worshipping a god.
Oh shit, that was actually much better. Would you believe me if I told you I've actually tried? Doing as you, and in fact, as Gillistrand is.
With god.
I tried life for a bit. Then death, more of the conceptual types. I prayed to whoever would listen, but I never heard back from any of them.
the
That is
gods
the issue.
are fickle anyway.
It's a matter of perspective. Gods give power to who they deem worthy.
But who they deem worthy is based on their own ideals. It's
Indeed.
opinionated and rather silly. I would rather just
Hey, found enough to
do what
ride.
is
Come
right.
search for a fellow looking for the flock.
rather than have to deal with the socio-political issues that all the gods have.
It's right. We're talking sword. Subjective rights.
I
Did
do
I
its
cut out?
best. A little
Yeah.
bit there. I was like, I kind of got what you're saying, but it was a little off.
What are you gonna say?
Okay. He will say, I do what's best for those around me. Whether or not that is good or bad for the world in general, I don't have any control over. I control what I can. What I can't is not my problem.
My dear
I hate to interrupt, but I remember something. Gillistrand, your memory is back. Congratulations.
From yesterday?
Yeah.
Okay, I thought you meant like all my memory.
No,
I
no,
was
no,
like,
no, 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 no.
Like, oh shit!
What? What? Why? Why?
It's a huge character moment.
But no, 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 no.
Okay. Yeah, okay.
Oh, so you totally remember now that you did not owe Isaac 10 gold?
Yeah, but you gave me 15 bags, so he doesn't care.
Alright, cool.
all's well that ends well.
In a way, it definitely feels like the universe itself is as fickle as these sentient gods. There are those born with seeing powers to channel the energies of the world, and he ushers to Gillistrand, and those who simply cannot do as such.
I wasn't born with any such gifts. I just studied for 2 years, at least. Right after, it was all I could do. I didn't remember anything. I threw myself into the only thing I could do.
Is that pity I hear, Isaac?
Oh no, I'm quite well off. I focused on my body instead. It seems to have worked. Isaac's giving whoever that guy is eyes. Oh wait, yeah, that's the medic.
I'll see you around.
What was that?
He said, I'll see you around.
Ah, okay.
Oh yeah, excuse me, miss. Alright, where you know?
Once Gillistrand finishes eating, he'll say, "Well, that was a conversation. I will be going and doing my duties now," and he'll just get up and go upstairs.
Is this door locked?
Are you trying to open it?
Dude, he's trying to get into the engine room again.
Of course he is.
That's not, no, I'm in the other place.
What other place?
The medic place.
Oh, are you? Are you
It might be lagging
Are you
for-
lagging? Are you actually in front of the medic place?
I'm in the top, on the right, deck. It's the top left door.
So you're here.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay, you're lagging though.
Oh. Yikes.
Alright, well. You'll get there eventually. So, do you try the door?
That check is locked.
It is locked.
Hmm. Oh well.
Trying to get into all sorts of trouble here, sneaking into people's places.
That's all I wanted to check, really.
Okay. Well, as you go to the infirmary, it is in fact. Chris, I need you to make me a perception check.
Okay.
Alright. Out of the corner of your of your sight, you see the captain and the doc are exchanging information, but you can't really hear or understand what they're saying. The captain appears to be telling the doctor something, some kind of information, and the doctor is nodding. Every once in a while he says something, and he continues to nod as if he was listening. And then after a few minutes or so, the captain relinquishes the helm to the doctor, and he walks down into his quarters.
You gonna tell anyone that, or are you just gonna keep that to yourself?
Well, there's no one around except for Gilderstrom.
Yes.
And it's
Oh,
none
there
of
we
his
go. There we
business.
go. He's catching up. Tovin's catching up. Okay. Just speed ran the entire bottom floor for a second.
Bottom floor, any percent.
I'll go over here and ask him, everything all right?
He keeps his sight on the horizon, but every now and again he looks over to you, acknowledging you as you talk. Oh, yes, everything is fine. I'm just manning the helm. The captain takes care of some business.
All right.
Is there anything you wanted to say? Anything? Is everything all right?
Just making sure everyone's okay.
Good nod. Ah, yes, everyone is fine. Thank you.
Yo, back to what I was doing then.
Do I see that the helmsman is different?
Yeah, it's obvious.
Where's the captain?
In his quarters.
Well, he went to take a ship. Should have done that in the ocean.
I'm uncertain of his reason.
Hmm. What's the door to his camp quarters?
Was that?
Where's the doors to his quarters?
It's right here. Try in the front.
Right there.
Yeah, it's right there. Correlates to this one right here.
So I'm just gonna knock on the door and say,
Hey, take a shit in the ocean. What are you doing?
What?
You know what makes it better? Is that throughout your travels on the ship, you have undoubtedly noticed that there is toilets on the ship. So the fact you just say take a shit off the side in the ocean just makes it so much better.
"Hey man, I don't want him sticking up his room."
Hello, toilets.
Does he say anything?
Boy.
You good in there?
From the other side of the door, you'll show. Not taking the shit. But what do you want? I'm also mic micing into somebody's other mic.
Just check it in.
I didn't catch that.
Check it in. What are you doing in there? You alright?
Business. Why? What? Come in. What do you want? What is it? Door's open.
Oh, I walk in.
You walk in and you see him at the this little table with some documents.
Love letter.
Hello?
Oh, did you say something?
You writing a love letter?
He looks up at you. No. Finances. What do you need?
I'll show you this golden statue and see if it's similar to any of these documents you're looking at.
I pull out the golden statue and just set it on the desk. Does he react to it?
As you place it on the table, he raises an eyebrow and looks up at you and good for you. You can consider that part of your pay.
I,
Can I see what he's looking at? Just like a quick glance.
Perception check.
Fuck.
As you take a quick glance at the table and all the paperwork that's set on it, you're able to get out bits and pieces. Some of it is finances. From the quick glance you can glean from it. Some of it is basically logs of how much food has been used from the journey so far. Medical equipment, that kind of stuff. You're not able to glean more than that, really.
I'll leave you to it then. Just checking in.
Thank you.
You wouldn't mind if I just, sit on the back, would you?
He looks at the back. I would. Door's that way. And he points to the door.
There are secrets on this ship.
I'm pretty sure there are secrets on any ship, so.
What are they hiding? What are they doing? Alright, what's everyone else doing? Anyone else doing anything?
I'm going to join everyone else at the top of the deck. When I say everyone, someone's still throwing up downstairs. Actually, you know what? You're the medic of the ship, yes?
Oh, yes, I am.
Isaac, by the way. I don't think we've ever properly met.
Arnaldo.
No. Wonderful name.
You call me Doc.
Doc, I gotcha. Our Dragonborn is leaking ice out of his mouth.
Oh. That doesn't sound pleasant.
No, neither does he right now. Is that, just a normal thing Dragonborn do, or...?
Well, they, depending on the subspecies, they spit a number of things. Depending on the scenario.
As in, is there any medicine from your supplies I should go get for him?
Well, is he doing it voluntarily? Is it involuntary?
Involuntary.
Ah, I see. He's not destroying anything, is he?
Last I checked, it was only a dribble.
Ah, okay.
He has a bucket.
He's seasick, I see. He could just try to wear it off, or he, I could help him out a little bit, but I am currently busy. No one is supposed to go in my office except for me, unless they're sick. But then I have to be in there with them.
Understandable. The things people would do with free access to drugs.
Indeed. Looks around. I can't very well be someone sick, and kind of looks to you. Hey, do you know how to drive a ship? A vessel, take the wheel and move it around.
Mr. DM, do I know how to drive a ship?
Do you have proficiency in waterborne vehicles?
No.
Then no.
Sadly, no. Let's see, I'm pretty sure I have medicine, though. Where's all my skill checks? I do. I am minorly trained, though, in the art of medicine.
Oh, this is good to know. If something ever happens to me, I know who to send people to.
I do wear this medic outfit for some reason.
there's legal reasons why I can't just send anyone into my office, but given the circumstances, is he dying? Is he on death's door? No, yes.
Philosophically, yes. Physiologically, no. And then Isaac's gonna think to himself, give me the damn key already.
Forgot to do that. Now the ice. Well, if he's not in any real danger, I don't really. I'm sure he'll be fine. Don't worry about him. He'll be fine, really. If he gets worse, come to me, ask me, and we'll see what we can do.
Very well. I'll keep you updated. Oh, and to let me know if you need me or anything. Even if it's just polite conversation.
Oh, but of course.
Quick question.
Yeah.
During the week, we've been on the ship. Is this his right-hand man? Like his first mate?
Yeah, his first mate.
He's his first mate?
From your time being on the ship, you would have noticed that these two actually do switch spots on the helm frequently, so it does seem that he is also the first mate as well as the doctor.
I grab Isaac by the shoulder and pull him close.
I feel they're hiding something from us. Almost as if there's treachery.
Oh, Tovin, I didn't know you felt this way about me. In response to you touching his shoulder.
I grip him hard.
Enough jokes.
Oh my.
Oh my. Tovin, in the few weeks you've known me, have I been anything but jokes?
Yes.
And you are more concerned about the person who's openly showing you notes and telling you things.
What? No. Captain.
Yes. Who's being very transparent about most things. Well, he did lie to us about... okay, maybe you do have a point. But we all have our secrets, Tobin.
Didn't come to bite us in the ass. I'll say I told you so.
It's what we're literally being paid for.
I let you go.
Well, I'm gonna miss that touch.
I shoulder check him and look out here. I shoulder check.
Alright. And after several moments, the captain exits his quarters, walks back up to the helm, nods to Doc, and then goes to the stone of the ship. And you can't really, none of you can really get a good view, but he seems to be leaning over the edge and lowering something into the water. And as he does so, the Doc calls out to the men, Alright, boys. You know the drill. Going to be having visitors. Be polite.
Isaac's going to look around and grab the nearest sailor. Visitors?
You reach out to one of the nearby sailors, grab him, just visitors, and he looks at you, nods, and he scurries off.
You answered 0 of... Okay, just... Okay.
He answered exactly one of your questions with a nod,
He answered one of my questions.
which is the amount that you asked.
Tobin,
Scurried
you
off.
don't... Tobin, I know you don't have a mouth, but I know you're about to say something. I probably don't want to hear it.
Then don't.
You notice, as all this is going on, that most of the men are currently, they seem to be preparing stuff. Some of them seem to be putting cannon balls into the cannon. Some of them are gathering up arms. A lot of them look pretty nervous. Honestly, it looks like they're making preparations for incoming battle, but none of them seem to be in the positions that they were when the Kraken attacked. As in, they seem to be making preparations, but they don't seem to be actively preparing for anything, which is confusing. This is confusing. It's confusing. Honestly, yeah, it's confusing.
I'm confused, Isaac thinks to himself.
Serendipity!
Gillistrand's just gonna be looking around, trying to see where visitors could come from.
Deception check.
Oh boy, first roll of the day for me. Monk 21.
As you look around the horizon, you don't see any ships coming along. You don't see any ships, you don't see any masses, like big massive objects in or under the water or anything like that. You don't see anything incoming.
He'll look a little off-put, but we'll just sort of wait to see what happens.
And then, after a brief second, you see a small ripple, relatively small, leave the vessel from the stern where the captain is, and it goes out throughout the water as if something just let off a small percussion on the water, and a small ripple is leaving it, and it just goes out. And the captain starts pulling back in whatever you put in the water. Nods to the dock. Stands by their side. Let's see here. I'm going to go and say let's go ahead and take a small break, because we're almost at half time, close to it. So let's go ahead and take a small break. We'll be back after, and we'll finish up this.
Sounds good.
But how's everybody's day?
Good. Just a little bit tired. I had a lot going on, so
Man, why you gotta put so much stress on yourself, dealing with all this drama and stuff?
it's just school starting up, so I gotta get everything ready.
Hmm.
Whoa.
Oh, whoa.
Hello.
Ooh. This has been a pretty chill session, besides me just doing shenanigans.
Voyage of philosophy and introspective thinking.
What are you introspectively thinking?
The nature of gods and nature.
Oh, in character. I was like,
Yeah, no, no, that the little conversation we had over here.
Alright. Everybody back?
Hello, yes.
Yep.
Yes.
Cord, are you back?
Hmm?
Okay, he's back.
Will, are you here?
Wilson.
Yeah.
Alright. We left off with
Are there mermaids?
Aldo? Yes. You haven't seen any, but yes. But yes. We left off with Gillistran just seeing a small ripple of water. An unnatural ripple of water leave the stone of the ship outward. Let's see here. Who is... Alright. Isaac and Tobin, I need you two to make me perception checks.
I opened my eyes.
21.
Alright. You both, as you have been basically keeping an eye out this entire time, you two look out across the water, now expecting visitors, whatever that may be. And you see a dark shape in the ocean. It is massive, almost the size of another ship, or about the size of another ship even. And it is slowly approaching Gaia's Mercy. And after several long minutes, it slowly reaches the surface, and you see 3 masts exit the ocean, breaking the surface.
Well, you were wondering about his secrets.
It's the routine drive to Umbra.
And then you see, as the masts raise, a ship that surpasses the size of Gaia's Mosi, covered in barnacles and other sea life, green, sickened, massive tentacles that appear to be growing out of the ship itself, wrapping around it, twisting and curling, and it is headed directly for you. And then it veers, changes direction, and approaches from the stern of the ship and lands next to you. A warship with guns armed and ready on both sides. The the masts, the canvas is torn, but still catching wind. And you see this. As it pulls up next to Gaia's Mosi. A horde of crew swarm it, mutated with slime and scales, each of them with various bodies contorted of sea life. Also, there's ambience in the Discord if you want to listen to that.
Yeah, I just saw it. It's pretty sick.
Isaac seems unsettlingly interested in everything that's happening on that ship.
Gillistrand seems a little bit concerned.
Kelvin thinks to himself, "This is I was not paid enough for this." Man, I thought we were just going to Umbra. Are they trying to board us? Hello?
I'm fucking muted.
Whoa.
No fucking one. Okay. Anyway, as you watch the other ship, the crew appear to be making preparations. They all getting planks ready and setting up ropes. They appear to be preparing to board, and the crew on your ship is preparing for visitors. Getting ready. No one on your side of the ship appears to be taking a aggressive approach. They all close to the cannons and they are preparing for anything that may happen, but they are not actively preparing to fire or anything like that.
We're about to get Davy Jones'd.
Well, perception check. Actually, you don't need to. It's obvious. At the stern of the other ship, leaving the helm, you do see an individual that stands out among the rest. Cloaked in leather garb and dripping with salt water, wearing a captain's hat, one arm that of a mighty claw, and the other a withering mass of tentacles, bearded. But as you get a closer look at this one individual, who is completely different from the rest, the beard itself is a mass of withering tentacles. Him and Captain Sultan lock eyes, and the individual vanishes from sight. And then reappears on your ship. Next to Captain Sultan, behind him. You just got Davy Jones, motherfucker.
Oh my god. Davy Jones is canon.
Let's see, ship space. Isaac thinks, what that beard do? Open moves away.
And he slowly approaches the captain. And zoomed out too far. They appear to be exchanging dialogue.
I stand next to him, looking like a bodyguard.
Let me do some stuff here.
I'm going to stand here and eavesdrop.
You may not want to. Because let me. I'm doing some behind the scenes stuff, aka dropping tokens.
Okay,
As
I will.
numerous crewmen have via gangplanks and just swinging across ropes have boarded this side of the ship, mostly just harassing the other crewmen. Now, I thought I put that on loop, and two other individuals have gone beside the captain of the other vessel. Okay, I'm gonna cut it now. Good. And then, let's see. And as you scan the other ship, it appears to have at least 100 other individuals who are still on board the battleship, manning guns, cannons, harpoons, and the ship itself appears to be just trying to grab out at your ship.
Gillistrand's gonna cast comprehend languages. Just in case they speak in something he doesn't understand.
Alright. Okay, that's really killing my nose.
Oh, sorry, I'll stop.
No, not that. Guys mostly has notes, and every time I accidentally click on it, it pops up. It's not you.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Oh, for some reason I heard Isaac.
Oh, did you hear? No, I didn't say Isaac. Alright, Tobin, since you are closest to the two individuals, you can hear the dialogue. The dialogue. It's like a story. or game. The captain pulls out, reaches into his jacket, pulls out the piece of 8, and holds it out to the other individual, who reaches out his arm, one that is composed of tentacles that wrap around the captain's gonna get confused. Wrap around Sultan's arms, and just stick, and slowly pulls away as the new individual now has the piece of 8. And they each nod. Alright, where's the next one? Next one is close to the outer reaches. The Kraken controls and guards it. You'll need to kill it. That'll be the final piece. And your bargain will be done. Any of you can like speak up at any moment at this, by the way. I really don't want to have a conversation with myself.
Gillistrand's just silently observing. He doesn't get paid enough to care.
I would like to talk to this man.
Well, as you stand up to this, they are speaking common, by the way, so you understand all this. But as you approach that individual who just landed and is now standing in the area, he is this is a massive individual. He is roughly 7 feet tall. He is bulky, muscular, covered in barnacles and pieces of dead or dying coal. Smells of the deep ocean and salt. And he looks down at you. Just kind of gives a snarl and a grunt.
What time of day is it?
Currently, this, from the time you woke up to now, has almost no time has passed, so it is still the crest of morning. The sun is finally fully in the air by now.
Good morning.
Just spits at your feet. Just a big loogie.
Interesting. Tell me, are you living? Or, rather, unliving?
I live with the ship.
Interesting, interesting. Are you in control of yourself?
He lifts up his arm, just kind of cracks it. I think so.
Would you leave the ship?
No one leaves the ship until the day's done.
Well, my curiosity has been sated, though I never got a name.
You don't need a name. As the other one approaches you and speaks, just teeth, massive, sharp teeth just gnashing in his mouth.
Isaac's gonna inspect his bare rib cage. So is that to say you don't have one, or don't remember it, or...
You can always join us and try to find out.
The thought has crossed my mind, but perhaps another day. Hell, if you find me dying, I may very well take you up on my offer right then and there.
We can arrange that.
You could certainly try, but I don't think either of our captains would like that in this moment.
Is anyone else doing anything?
Are you?
You say what or how? Hello? Am I muted again?
No, we can hear you.
No, we can hear you.
Something wrong with me?
I asked if you said what or how because you broke out again.
I said, who are you?
Oh, okay. Neither.
Oh,
Me.
I disconnected.
Oh, is that what? Oh, you disconnected from the server?
Yeah.
No, alright, hold
Oh.
on. You didn't actually disconnect, so let me kick you before you try to get back in. Alright, try it now. There you go. Alright. The individual will look at you. And just approach. Getting awkwardly close. I am the captain of that ship. I am the one who answers to Shakunok. I am the one who those who die see beg for mercy. He gives a quick glance over to Captain Sultan and then back to you after he says that. Who are you?
A cleric. To a big god. Tovin.
A cleric to a big god. He looks at Captain Sultan. You have interesting company. And then back to you. I wonder whose god is more pious.
Depends. Are you devout?
If I wasn't devout, I wouldn't be standing before you as I am. His tentacles of his face just slowly slithering up on on you.
What god did he mention earlier? I'm sorry, I missed it.
Shagnarok.
Shagnarok. Okay.
So what is he doing? He's just like slapping me with the
He's-
tentacle.
He's just sizing you up.
All right. Well, if he's like doing it like a handshake, I grab the tentacles
Oh,
back.
no. It's his face. He's doing that weird thing that you saw in the movie where he was like all tentacles all over the face of somebody. And, like you're being very creepy. It's like icky. No, get away. That he's doing that weird thing.
All right. Well, my eyes glow brighter in response.
He looks back to Captain Sultan. Remember your timeline. One moon past the month. You all belong to me. He looks back at you. Best hope he makes his Jedi. And with that, a torrent of just cold seawater would envelop him and all of his crew. And they will all vanish. And reappear on their ship. One moon past the month, Captain Sultan. Remember your deadlines. And their ship begins to slowly descend beneath the waves. Until eventually it is out of view.
So, what just happened is he told us we need to kill the Kraken.
What you overhauled was basically just that, yeah. That the last piece of the artifact is in the possession or being guarded by the Kraken.
Alright, Tobin's just gonna walk up and sock him in the face.
Alright, roll to attack.
He's gonna say, I don't like cleaning up after your mess.
Just yikes.
No, you swing out with your fist and the captain just comes sidesteps it. You're not cleaning up after my best. You're doing what you're hired to do, which is protect me and my crew. And if you keep acting like a little shithead, I'm gonna have you put in the brig.
You're gonna die anyways. You need us.
I won't be dead. I'll be working on that ship. Along with the rest of you, if we don't get this done. Now that you are a part of my crew. So, apologies for not keeping you on the up and up. But most people wouldn't take on a job if they knew they'd be selling their soul away, now would they?
I'd at least charge more.
Times are hard. And this time, most of his men are currently looking at this engagement, and he just says, "Quit standing around. Get back to work." And all of his men, who are currently just kind of staring at this engagement, go back to doing, you know, good job sailing the ship.
Okay. Does Gillistrand know anything about either Shagnarok or Davy Jones? Has he heard of them before at all?
For Shagnarok, make a religion check.
Religion. Oh boy.
Can I do it too?
Yeah, try.
May I also?
Yeah. Anyone can
I
do it.
rolled 2 8s. It was bad.
God damn, it didn't beat the cleric.
Imagine. Alright, Gillistrand, you know just from the most basic knowledge that Shagnarok is a god. That's about all you know. He's one of the
Okay.
elder gods. Tobin and Isaac, you both know quite a bit more. So you both know that Shagnarok is one of the old gods, one of the elder gods that has, due to legend, been banished to some other plane of existence. Or at least that's what legends say. Rumors or so. You both know that he is the god of the abyss and oceans. And one of the gods that a lot of sailors who may not actively worship him yet will give heedance to in hopes of a safe journey. David Jones, that's a different check. That's more of a history check.
Okay.
3?
History.
Where the fuck is history? Oh yeah!
Okay, all of you pretty much know this. Unless, Chris, do you want to make a check?
Sure.
We're a party of nerds.
Nerds. Man, imagine just vomiting your stomach out during this whole exchange. That would be terrible, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
Okay. Alright, so some of you know more knows, but you all basically know that Davy Jones is more so a legend, or you thought, of an individual who scours the seas and the oceans, picking up lost souls and any individuals who may have been in shipwrecks or fights with leviathans. Basically people who are about to die or dying or who have died in the ocean. Legends say that Davy Jones picks up these lost souls and to work on his vessel.
So, should we talk about a pay increase?
Please.
He just kind of, the captain just kind of gives you Isaac a side eye. Yes,
So
pay
you-
increase with all the extra money I have. Yes, of course.
Pay doesn't always come in the form
those
of money.
statues you stole from the ruins definitely wasn't the pay increase, was it?
I was unconscious. I didn't get anything, not even the goddamn golden doors, which melted when we left, actually.
Ah, unconscious, you say. Then how did you run out?
Where's...
Wait, were you
Oh yeah, he's
unconscious?
throwing
I
up.
actually don't know. Were you unconscious?
Yes, Goon carried
Oh,
me
okay.
out.
Gun carried you out? Okay, never mind.
Anyways.
I thought you woke each other up before that. Okay.
No, they wanted to manhandle me.
Oh my.
I mean, not that I minded. Anyways, pay doesn't always come in the form of money.
He crosses his arms. And what is it you want?
I'll figure that out sometime soon. Sounds like we have a month and a day together, at least. And potentially an eternity after that.
Potentially.
I'm just gonna stomp off.
Oh, also, how did you get yourself cursed?
He kind of looks at the Doc, and the Doc looks at him. He shrugs. You might as well tell them. It's not like they don't know anything else already. My ship and my crew. We capsized. He looks around at all of his men. We're all dying. And then, while we were under the water, another ship approached. And he kind of just looks off to the side where the other ship was. That ship. First I thought it was the Savior. Some God said, in a way it was. Until we got on board. Still drowning, mind you. And there I made the deal. Saved my crew, saved myself. In exchange, we got all these pieces of eight. Fortunately, there was a caveat to that deal. If we fail, we work for him.
If it means anything, I would have probably made the same decision.
I think most people would. At least that's what I've been telling myself.
Gilstern will nod at that, and then he'll say, "So, once all this business is over with, are we still going to Umbra, or are we going back, or what's the plan?"
He nods. Yes. We were hired by the company to do so. That's what we'll do. But, for the sake of transparency, we're not where we should be. Yes, we left Aeg, but we didn't go southeast. We went northwest. Slightly quicker journey, and it's where we needed to go. I just needed the money from the company to get us this far. Luckily, they paid up front. So currently we're near Vi. And we're headed to Umbra that way. After we collect the pieces. We'll just make up something for the company and tell them it was a safe voyage.
How many pieces do you have? Well, we have left.
One.
Well, that's convenient.
Yes. It's almost like this is only 10 sessions long. And that collecting 8 pieces of 8 would be like, oh no, a year-long campaign.
5 seasons in a movie.
I mean, if you want to pay with that much, sure, let's fucking do it. But anyway.
The Kraken. How do we kill it?
I don't know. But we counted it once, and gunpowder seemed to do a good job. So, blast it till it doesn't move.
That's enough.
Let's hope. Captain will nod to the dock, to the rest of you. Well, might as well settle in. I'll be in my quarters. Filling out business.
Gillistrand kind of leans against the railing and starts doing a calculation dance in his head, trying to calculate whether or not he thinks it's possible for them to get out of this without dying.
Okay.
You know, suddenly aging about 10 years has become less of a concern to me. We should probably go tell Goon he's cursed. I wonder if he'll believe us.
Who knows? Alright. Well, what do you all do?
So, what's our heading? We're heading towards where? The Kraken right now, trying to find it?
Yes, currently you're... Well, now you don't really know where you're headed. But you're headed somewhere, presumably to the Kraken. Because up until this point, you thought you were heading southeast. And in reality, this entire time you've been heading northwest.
I zoomed out and my immersion was broken a little bit because they're just floating.
Oh yeah.
Oh,
Don't worry about that.
Isaac's gonna go below the ship. Yay, ship. Hey, Goon.
What?
We're cursed.
Feels like it.
Yeah, don't it? And I'm
Should've
gonna
picked
close
up
the...
that mummy head.
Oh, shit, yeah, you're right, I'm double cursed. Anyways, I'm gonna close the door after that.
Okay. Alright. Does anyone else do anything?
I'm just holding my hands around my cogwheel, just looking at it. That's it.
Alright. Chris, you doing anything?
Well,
Well,
Chris!
man.
Yeah, just hanging out in the front of the ship.
Just flying across the deck. Hey, just sitting here.
Pretty much.
Alright. Well, after several hours of sailing, the captain comes back out of his quarters. Makes his way back up to the helm. He's currently carrying a map and some other navigational equipment. Begins talking to the doc. You two, Gillistrand and Tovin, you two can basically help us. They begin going over locations and areas. Captain appears to be making a heading from your current location. It seems that you will be heading slightly northeast to a location that is basically, from what you overhear, as being surrounded by multiple whirlpools, an area that people tend to stay away from due to its natural dangers. And the captain seems to believe that this area as well, the Kraken makes its lair, that this is where you will be headed. And after this somewhat brief discussion of direction, basically just letting his first mate know where to go, the doc relinquishes the helm. The captain takes over, and he goes back inside the dock.
Gillistrand, even though he overheard that, is still kind of panicking, doing calculations in his brain.
Oh my god, we're gonna die! Oh my god, we're gonna die! Oh my god, we're gonna die! Alright. And the captain begins to veer the ship to the new direction. You set sail, continuing on. Several hours pass. The sun reaches its highest point, and then slowly begins to set as you sail. And let's see here. Crest, I need you to make a perception check. Pretty good. Alright. Crest, in the distance. Just maybe like 100 or so feet out. You see a small shape, small dark shape in the water, and it appears to be swimming towards the ship at a not really a fast pace. It's moving very slowly in comparison to the ship, but it's moving towards the ship. And then you see a larger shape behind that appears to be following the smaller shape. And then you see what appears to be a giant fin break the surface and then go back under. That's part of the larger shape. And they're both headed in your direction. And no one else seems to have noticed it. It's just you. The crew. The captain doesn't seem to have noticed anything. Do you do anything?
Yeah. Fly over to the captain and there appear to be two large creatures approaching the ship.
Oh, let me read it. The smaller object, very small, very tiny. Looks to be about the size of a person, if not smaller. The second one, however, is massive. But continue. Just didn't want to give you that misconception.
Right.
But as you say that, the captain looks out. Well,
Out towards the front of the ship.
he looks out towards the front, looks up to the crow's nest, calls out. Something to the starboard side! What do you see? The man who's in the crow's nest looks out. Pulls out what's basically looks like a scope. Go on, Jax! Coming in fast! And the captain begins to pull the wheel in the opposite direction, basically bringing the port side at a perpendicular angle to the objects, and then yells at his men, "Chums! We have something incoming!" And all the crew begin to take station.
That'll wake Gillistrand out of his little trance of calculations. And he'll tell Stryker to go up into the air so he can get a better look at what's going on.
Alright.
Whee!
Ah,
I think you might be muted, Isaac.
I am. Sure do hope nothing breaks the bottom of the ship that I sure am standing on. He thinks to himself.
This is fine.
Can he hear this? Can he hear the yelling from the deck or no?
Perception check.
Alright, yes sir.
Highly doubt it. But perception check.
Oop, nope.
Nope. There's a lot of noise down there. Those waves, those
I take
loud
my...
humming.
I pull my hood down and put on a hat, a helmet that covers my ears to try armor on for the first time in a long time.
Oh, is that
The
what
world
you
seems
down
muffled to
there
me.
doing?
That's what my sixth perception is.
Ah, I see. Alright. Well,
Wait, can I,
can you
I don't know if this is gonna work, but I'm gonna try it anyways.
go for
I'm
it?
gonna cast Thaumaturgy, and I'm gonna, like, try and, like, create a sound beneath the ship. It's gonna be like a thunder or something.
So basically just a loud, thunderous sound underneath the ship.
Yeah.
Alright, cool. Yeah, you can basically do that. The ship isn't... It's only about, from the dock to the bottom, is about... The deck to the hull is only about 25 feet or so. So easily done with that range. No, you
Alright.
don't even have to see it, you can just do it. Wow, okay, yeah, so easily done. You do that and you hear... Actually, don't hear it because water. But, you know, there's a little boom underneath the ship. Actually, you probably would, because it's at the sound of thunder, so, yeah. You hear a muffled thunder sound up from under the ship. Did you tell anyone you were doing that, or did you just do it? Well, it has a verbal component. It has a verbal component. People heard you. Okay.
Yeah.
So, yeah. Some people know you did it. Other people are kind of freaking out because they just heard a loud sound from below the hull.
Trying to keep them on their toes. Because there's danger.
Does Stryker see anything from above?
Perception check with Striker. Advantage, because King now.
Because he's a hawk, and
Yes,
that's
he's
just
a
how they work. 20.
Alright, with a 20, Striker does see something. And the something is getting... It's pretty close now. It sees two objects. It sees a small... Actually, Striker, being a hawk, can actually just... Actually, visibly see. Because it is a small humanoid-like creature that is fish-like. And behind that is a large, shadowy, almost serpentine-like figure following it. And the humanoid creature appears to be in distress as it's quickly swimming away from the larger shape in the water.
Okay, Gillistrand will yell out to the captain. It appears to be someone under chase from a monster of some sort. They could be useful to the cause if we rescue them.
Player talk, or rather question to the DM. Would that also, if we bring them on the ship, are they now cursed?
Who knows?
You
I
know,
mean, I feel like
I
he's dead
don't.
anyways. I mean, if we're not gonna rescue him, he's gonna get eaten or something.
Also, the shapes are coming from this side because it was on the port. Not yeah. Port. Yes. No. Starboard. Starboard side. Starboard side. Just this side.
Right here.
No. Yeah. Starboard. Right. Port.
Yeah.
Left. Yes. This side. Just in case there was any misunderstanding there. Because I know not everyone is up to date with nautical terms.
I'm just trying to remain in character. Silas doesn't know shit about boats.
Alright. And the shapes are pretty close now. So at this point, almost everyone can see what's coming. And I'm going to do this just for the sake of doing it. Welcome to the ocean.
I'm gonna ready a cannon to fire if I see it pop above the water.
Alright, so you're readying your action to fire a cannon. Alright, well, in the distance you see this little, I don't know, actually. He's too big. No, still too big. That size. There we go. And you see this little creature swimming in your direction.
I
Adorable.
ignore that because I don't think that's the threat.
Okay, you ignore that. I'm just gonna hide these two for now. Alright, you see that little creature, and he is currently paddling, and the larger shape that you can visibly see behind it now, which is just dark under the water, vanishes. And the little individual quickly, frantically swims up to the ship and clings onto it, darting around at the surrounding water, looking as he clings onto the ship to some of the roped railing that goes along the sides.
Gillistrand will reach a hand down to help him up if he wants help getting up.
Alright. Alright, you lean over, put out a hand. You stood at the bottom, so there's still like a 10-foot gap between you both. And he looks up at you and goes, but he slowly tries to like look up at you, look down at the water. Seems to be weighing his options. And he reaches out. It's still like 10 feet, but you can't grab each other. But he's reaching out. But just like half-heartedly.
Is there windows on my part of the ship?
The very bottom? No. That part's
Okay.
completely underwater.
Gotcha.
But you did hear a loud boom from when...
I did that.
Yeah, when he did that. So you did hear that. So something's going on.
Yeah. I'm gonna go yell at Gillistrand, Isaac thinks to himself. Boop, 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 boop.
It wasn't even Gillistrand.
Did I stutter?
Poor Gillistrand. He's done nothing wrong. And at this point, you all hear another loud boom from the ship. As the entire thing begins to sway. The ship actually sways a little bit.
Did we already find the Kraken?
No!
What did we find? Oh, hey, cool.
Self.
Can I make a history check to know what this thing is?
Sure.
Cool.
But as you said, what did we find? A large serpentine head bursts out of the water. Almost as if for comedic effect.
Punch.
Punch. Alright, you did ready in action, but...
It's not.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
not. It's not in front of you, so unfortunately, it doesn't work out.
Just gonna preemptively snap to grid if that's cool with you.
Yeah, just snap. Yeah, just go ahead and do that. You might want to go ahead and do that. Just a thought. I'm rolling initiative. Boop.
Better stop fucking throwing up.
He's gonna miss out on combat experience.
Ah, yes, combat experience.
That's something we're definitely tracking, right, team?
No. No such thing as combat experience.
Ambient music.
Alright. Let's see here. Initiative window. Whoops, I closed out my initiative window. Oopsies.
That's not good.
Where did it go? Where did it go? Where did it go? Oh, there we go. Whoop, okay. Initiative window? Come on. Act right. Alright, Isaac, it is your initiative. Because I roll like dog shit.
17 history. Do I know what this is?
Oh yes, with your history check, you know that this is a species of humanoid. It is what is known as a Kuatoa. Odd that it's here, because usually they are coastal dwelling creatures. And you are in the deep ocean.
Indeed. Do I know anything else?
With the 17, you know that they can be hostile. Most of the time, they are hostile. But that could just be a preconception. Due to, habitat. And,
Species and justice in history books, yes.
Yes, and justice and history. Trust. You also know that, from the most part, they are known as being quite mad.
Gotcha. Is this cannon loaded?
Yeah, all the crew have loaded the cannons, have aimed them.
Ah, so there's crew at this
Yeah.
cannon.
Those crew at all of the cannons, they were propelled because the captain told them.
Alright. Well, we know this song. I draw my sword. And can I hang off the boat, like, holding onto one of the mast ropes?
Yes.
And punch it?
He pulls out a
Fantastic.
sword. He punches. But yes.
Well, punch with sword.
Ah, yes. Stabs. As some people would call those.
It's perspective, really.
Oh, okay. 25. That does it.
Short damage. And then, as he's dangling above the thing, having just slashed across, I assume, like, its head, he's gonna try and drive his foot into the already open wound. And unarmed strike.
That'll hit.
Unarmed damage. That is the end of my turn.
hang on to one of the ropes on the mast, slash out at the throat of the creature, leaving a gaping wound and kick into it. The creature seems slightly unfazed, but it did help. Gillistrand.
Gillistrand is going to start by stepping side by side and activating his blade song. And then he's going to use his action to cast Mirror Image on himself. And then he's gonna walk over here. And that'll be his turn.
Crest. You have received initiative.
Yep. Whoa. Go here and cast Dissonant Whispers on it. That is. Look.
Alright, there's a filtration system.
DC's 14.
Oh, it fails. Takes
Ah.
8 psychic damage as disembodied whispers surround the creature. To move as far away, as far as its speed allows, away from you. The creature doesn't move. Oh, okay. Huh. Okay then. Bye.
Nice.
As it
Do you get attack of opportunity?
swims
Smith?
around. No, because it's force movement. Force movement
That's what I
doesn't
thought.
trigger. Takes a little. Anything else?
That's it.
Alright, it is the captain's turn. You know what that means? 5 cannons! That's a 19. That's a 9. Wow, that's another 9. Okay, 1 hits. As all 3 of the cannons fire, 2 of them landing into the ocean, but 1 smashing in the against the side of the serpent. Okay. Hey, look, it's my turn. Okay, I'm coming back now. Alright.
Jeez, to not.
And it is going to lash out at Isaac. Does a 20 hit you?
Yeah, Seth
Just hit you.
just hits me.
Alright, you take 13 piercing damage as its fangs dig deep into your flesh as you are now inside of its mouth. I also need you to make a Constitution saving throw.
In danger. 1 second. Con check. Where the fuck's my set? There we are. Aha!
Okay, as it says, you take 4 poison damage.
Is it burns like fire? Can it fire damage instead?
No.
Okay.
Alright. And as it bites down on Isaac, it will attempt to wrap some of its body around Gillistrand. Wow, does a 12 hit you? No, I don't think so.
Well, first I have to roll to see if it even hits me or if it would hit a clone.
I don't think it hits either.
I don't think it hits either, so it doesn't matter.
Yeah. Alright, it attempts to lunge a portion of its body onto the ship and wrap around Gillistrum. But it doesn't have enough leverage and it kind of flops back into the ocean. Alright, Coven. None of the cannons are loaded.
So I can't fire them?
You have to load it. With an action. So, unfortunately, no.
Alright, So Isaac is stuck in his mouth?
No. Well, for flavor, we guess, but no.
Oh, okay. I guess I cast inflict wounds on this. At first level. Oh.
That is unfortunately a miss. As
Shit.
you reach out, but it retracts its head and you just stumble and miss.
Alright. I guess that's my turn.
Isaac.
Hi.
Hi.
I'm going to sword it. Because I am a monk with a sword. Sword attack.
Alright. You slash out, but it it lunges back just in time and you miss.
I'm gonna try and elbow it in the eye.
Fortunately, it's too high up and you try to jump and elbow in the eye and you miss.
I'm having a tough time of things. I'm going to... Isaac's going to close his eyes and reach deep inside himself and try to channel shit he's never channeled before. Tovin, you're going to see his left fist glow with a positive energy. Well, yeah, with positive energy as he touches himself and heals for 1 HP!
Ooh.
Yeah!
That's what you get for touching yourself.
Isaac seems ecstatic about being able to do this, though.
I can heal! I can!
Eventually
Okay,
raise the dead in the future.
That too.
Don't worry about that. Don't worry about that.
Ah,
And that's my turn.
Gillistrum.
Okay, Gillistrand is going to use his bonus action to cast Shadow Blade. So, concentration. I have Shadow Blade now. I've used both of my second level spell slots. Okay, and I'm going to use my action to cast Booming Blade on it as well. Wow. Because I can do that. Wow.
How can you do
that was a... What was that? What was your question?
Wait, is Booming Blade a cantrip?
Yes.
Okay, that's how you can do it.
I rolled pitifully on damage.
But you did hit. Let's see. So 3, 7. Wait.
Do you not add dexterity to Shadow Blade damage?
You do not. It's unfortunate.
Unfortunate, yeah.
Wait, what? Hold up.
Actually, doesn't seem right.
It just does 2d8.
You rolled a 1 and a 2?
Yep.
counts as a simple melee weapon which you are proficient with. So
2d8 on a hit.
I assume
Yeah,
that adds your strength.
No, it's just 2d8.
it's just 2d8 psychic damage.
Has the finesse, light, and throwing properties. No, it's got finesse, yeah, and light. Yes, you can add your dex. Yeah, you add
Oh, I
your
can add
dex.
my.
Yeah, because it has
Oh.
the finesse, light, and throwing properties, which it has
Oh.
finesse, which means you can add your dexterity.
2
In that
damage.
case, add 6 more to that total, so
Yeah,
it'd be 9
so-
psychic
Yeah,
damage.
so go ahead and fix that, because
Yeah, I'll go into that and edit that real quick.
so you do. So it's a total of 9 damage, and then if it moves, it's 7,
Correct.
an extra 7.
Nice.
That's a lot stronger than I thought it was. Okay.
I mean, it's a second level spell, and I mean, shit, it's a bonus action.
It's
Well,
concentration though, so I
anything
can use it. That is it.
Crest. Receive initiative.
Right. I'll go here. And walk.
She's long-sworded. She long-sworded. That'll hit. Oh my god.
Now,
Big damage.
Ooh.
As you cleave down the side of the sea serpent's face.
now, slashing flourish. Because it's a large creature, would it hit multiple times?
Can you assume looking to deal extra damage to the target you hit and to any other creature? No, it's the same creature. However, if it had like a Hydra and it had multiple heads or something like that, a creature that has multiple points to hit, that each deal separate damage, I would allow that. But because it's just a single with really only one target, then
Or a kraken.
that would count for its tentacles. Yes.
In that case, defense flourish on that attack.
Is that defensive? roll?
Yes.
No, I wouldn't.
No, I won't.
Oh, okay, you deal extra damage, and you get an AC bonus. Oh, I'll be damned.
Ooh.
She's like a dance. Okay, anything else?
Bonus. I'll.
Is the defensive flourish not your bonus action?
No, it's part of the attack.
Oh shit. Okay.
Yeah, healing word, Isaac.
1.
That's 5.
I'll take it. We take those.
We take 5s.
We take anything bigger than 1.
Now that's it.
Thank you,
Alright,
Chris.
this is the captain's turn. So,
Okay, I'm gonna test my Shadowbring macro to make sure it's better. Just ignore the thing.
alright, so the crew have to
Okay.
reload the cannons this turn, so they can't shoot the cannons. Can't really get the mortar in a good area. Well, I suppose they could get the mortar. Okay, they can get one of the mortars on a good area. So. Let's just... Mortar! That's a miss. Okay. Hey, look, it's my turn. Alright, the sea serpent will lunge out at Crest, who has slashed its head. 18. Yours
That
is
hits.
16 right now, so yeah, that's alright. You take 10 piercing damage. And I need you to make me a Constitution saving throw. It is going to attempt to wrap around Isaac. 16 hit. Well done.
Ah.
Alright, 22. So you take 2 poison damage. So.
Let me read my spells, just checking.
And you take an extra 2 poison damage on top of that crest from the poison.
Alright.
Oh, hold on. Your HP is broken. It's not actually clicking. Oh no. Okay, it's working. It's just not showing up. I thought we fixed it. I thought I fixed that last time. Or did you reload it back, Chris?
Yeah, I put a different token down before
Oh,
session.
okay, so it reloaded. Okay. Let me... You then... Control C. Control V. No, now it should show your max and your total. Oh, 15 out of 20. So now we know where you're at. Alright, a 15 will miss. But the 24 will hit. As you swing out with the wall hammer, and you just miss. But you turn around in your hands, and you come back with a backswing and bash it against the side of its body. Anything else?
No.
Alright. Isaac.
Hi.
Hi.
I wonder what the monk is going to do. Sword attack.
That miss.
Fist attack. Oh. I'm gonna give it another kick to the head. Oh wait, whoop, that's short
you
sword
rolled the wrong
damage.
damage.
Haha.
Hey, almost as good.
And then I'm going to spend a key point and do another unarmed strike.
My God.
He's attacking again. He's missing. Oh my
He's attacking
god.
again. Oh, no.
He spent resources to miss an attack. Alright, yeah, that's my turn.
Kill this one.
I dance back and forth 6 times.
I mean, at least you look like a badass doing it.
Yeah.
Gillistrand
Oh, 8 times,
is,
actually.
Going to stab it. Here we go. Kaboom.
Proceed with
Holy
the
Nice. Oh my
that
god.
hits for 20 damage.
I max roll. That's a almost max roll on damage.
Well, the thunder damage is sad, but 20 sided damage is pretty good.
Yeah, that's crazy. What the fuck?
Anything else? As you slash out with your,
That's all I can
your
do.
blade made of shadows dancing around, leaving a visible wound on the creature that irradiates with darkness. Crest. Would you like to fuck up the sea serpent?
Yeah. Longsword again.
For 11 damage as you slice down the side of its face.
I'll defense flourish again.
Right. The fact it does extra damage is just insane. So your AC is 19 now. Holy shit. Anything else?
That's it.
Alright, it's the captain's turn. Fortunately, the... well, no. They don't really need to re-aim, it didn't really move, so they don't need to re-aim. They just got a foul. Fire cannons! Miss. 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 Never mind, they should have aimed. As all 3 cannonballs just go flying past the sea serpent into the water. That's embarrassing. Alright, and the sea serpent is going to lunge out at, who's done the most damage? Probably still Isaac. It's going to lunge out at Isaac. 16. Alright, and it is going to try and wrap around. It's going to try and wrap around Isaac. 15. Miss. Okay. Dovin.
I think Isaac was running back and forth like he was.
Yes.
That shows his purpose now.
Chewing.
That'll hit.
Chewing.
That'll miss. As you bash it across the face. A few of the teeth pop out and drop into the ocean below. The sea getting bloody and red. Oh, anything else?
No.
Isaac.
Hi.
Hi.
It's that time again. I've got 1 key point left, but I'm going to do something more interesting this time.
Slash and kick.
Well, actually, let me double check my abilities as a mercy monk.
Ah, slash and punch.
Yes. You hit a creature with an armor strike and spend 1 key to that. Okay, cool. Slash!
That'll hit. Just
Woohoo.
barely.
I'm gonna stab it in the nose.
As it's just inches away from your reach, you slash out and you just pierce it in its nose.
Fantastic. I'm gonna punch it. Also in the nose, preferably. No, I'm not.
Unfortunate.
Unfortunate. I'm going to spend that key to try and punch it again. Unfortunate.
Hey, at least we both have similar rolls.
Ooh. Okay. Yep, that's my turn.
The running back and forth.
I don't leave his range.
Yeah, no. Okay, I'm just gonna hit him again. Oh, bam.
That will
Oh my
miss.
God.
Misses.
Imagine though.
As you lunge out, but the serpent has gotten slightly wiser and has moved just out of your range. That's right, you heard me right. Your range.
Okay, that's pretty much it.
Okay. Crest.
Forward.
That will hit. Alright. You fly, long sword in hand, and you plunge it down into the skull of the sea serpent. It hisses out in pain and withers about. And then its eyes roll back, and it falls limp into the ocean below.
I want its skull.
Okay, good luck with
Fire! I dare you.
that. What did you say?
Just said, "How dare you?"
Alright, and as the sea serpent falls down into the ocean below, a pool of blood staining the ocean where it was, the captain begins to turn the ship back to its correct course. And Crest, as you walk back this way, you see the little fish-like humanoid kind of just cowering behind the cannon, but peering over.
Disconnected again.
What's that? You're disconnected.
Thanks. Going.
Alright, try again. Try now. Oops.
So battle is over. I'm going to assume, so I'm gonna get rid of the ambience for that.
Yes, the sea serpent has fallen dead and is currently sinking beneath the waves. And a cowering Kuatoa is currently behind.
Illustran's gonna try to throw a hook of some sort to catch the corpse of the thing so that he can try to harvest something from it. But he doesn't have the wherewithal to jump in the water, so he's just gonna try to catch it with like a hook of some sort.
Do you have a hook?
No, but I assume there's probably one on the ship.
Make a quick investigation check to see if you can find the hook.
Okay.
As this is quite a hefty creature and it's currently sinking very fast.
24.
Alright, as you look around quickly, you do see, you find a grappling hook, you grab it. Alright, make a, make an attack roll. It will be dexterity, because throwing
I rolled a 1. Fuck!
Okay, you throw it and it just kind of goes, bloop, then just sinks.
Lucky. I mean, halfling.
Oh,
half
you're
roll,
right.
so you get to reroll that.
Yee. 16.
Alright, you do throw it again, and you hit the creature this time, but it doesn't actually take hold, it just bounces off the hull scale.
Illustran's gonna sign, he's like, damn it, I wanted to study its poison.
Damn it! Not again!
He'll stop concentrating on his spells. Ung. I guess Blade, he can't unconcentrate a mirror image, it just lasts for a minute.
Yep.
Crest, as you approach the Kuatoa kind of just looks up at you.
I cast Cure Wounds on Isaac.
Alright. Wow. Y'all have rolled minimum healing the entirety of this. But it's all been better than Isaac's, that's sad.
I'm
I'm a monk!
my healing die is a D4 plus nothing.
And the Kuatoa stares up at you, Crest. And then it kind of just skittles down on the ground. And it actually begins bowing to you. Kind of like in that, we're not worthy, we're not worthy. If you know that movie that I'm talking about.
Yeah.
Yeah. Can you speak?
Yes, I speak. Yes.
Ah,
I speak God.
He's not looking up at you, he's currently looking at the floor, he's currently still bowing now.
Kill Strand will just say, get up.
Black does not get up until Precious tells me to get up.
Missed. Okay.
you can stop bowing.
Okay, he slowly stops bowing, but doesn't make eye contact with you.
Are you alright?
Black is fine. Happily we have service.
Well, what are you good at doing?
I can swim. And I can catch fishes, and I can do that.
Do you know of the...
You cut out again.
Do you know anything about the Kraken?
Oh yeah, yeah. Great Black knows all about the Krakens and the beasts. Russian.
I look at Crest and say,
You should probably tell it to talk to the captain about the Kraken.
Yeah. Do you have a name?
Yes. Name is Black. You can come in whichever you wish.
Alright, come with me. She'll walk up the stairs.
He slowly follows, keeping a relative distance from you, but eagerly following, kind of like a puppy. Like a shy puppy.
Captain, this creature knows about the Kraken we are trying to chase.
Oh, does it? He looks over to the Kuatoa, the Blick Black.
I'll turn to him and say, go on. Tell him what you know.
He nods.
Yes.
And he slowly approaches.
Great Black knows how to get to the navigation, not to be eaten by beasties.
Do you know how to find the Kraken?
Yes. Great Black knows how to find the Kraken. Yes.
And he points basically the way you're headed.
If somebody past the shaky waters, past the shock waters to the drowny peoples.
Good. You'll be our navigator. You know a safe way through.
Oh, yes, I know a safe way through, yes. Great Black knows all the safest passages.
Good. And he kind of motions Kuatoa to the ocean. And show us where to go. Safely. He nods.
Okay.
And he kind of looks over to you, Chris, but not actually looking up at you.
Do I show the lenses where it goes?
What was that?
Yeah, I really hope this is coming through, unlike fucking Madame Torchwood. God damn it, I'm so mad about that.
when I show them this is where it goes.
Please do.
It'll be just as his command says.
And he begins. He just kind of jumps back in the water. He begins swimming.
Goal I'm looking at.
Your good toe is escaping. Whatever.
She'll just fly to the front and keep an eye on him.
Not you fly to the front, and he's keeping a relatively close distance. He's not actually getting ahead of you or away from you. He's keeping fairly close to the ship and is swimming in a clear path. Every now and again he kind of looks back to make sure the ship's actually there. Does anyone else do anything?
Gillistrand is going to take a short rest so he can use Arcane Recovery.
You sit down and begin the rest.
Monk.
Bonk.
Do clerics get spells back on short rest?
No.
No. It's a special ability that wizards get.
Oh.
I am also going to take a short rest with the half-blink.
You do have Harness Divine Power, though.
Correct. You can use your Channel Divinity to get a spell slot back. That is true.
You get those back on a short rest, too, so... kind of...
Oh yeah, I do.
So you all take a quick breather for about an hour, rest, recuperate. So you can go ahead and spin your hit down now if you wish.
I like your new sword. To Gillistrand.
And remember, you do actually have to roll your hit die when you hit that short rest button. It doesn't do it for you.
I'm just trying to restore my spells.
You'll probably have
What
to
the
go and
fuck?
do that. You add
It's
your
not
con.
possible.
You add
Yeah,
your
so-
con.
Why does this... Oh my god.
But that's the fourth heal this session that has been minimum.
That is really unfortunate.
That's
Amazing.
The fourth minimum heal. You've this entire session you've done 4 heals, and every single one of them has been minimum.
Well, I am literally cursed. And I should have taken disadvantage on that save earlier, so I guess this evens things out.
I gotta remember that.
Me too. I'm sorry I'm not. We
So
will
I
do
spend
better.
2 hours short resting to gain my spell slots back.
Oh, do you? Why 2? Does it happen?
Because I used Channel Divinity both times to restore it. And I short rested 2 times.
Oh, okay. So you're taking.
Do you get your
I'll
Channel
allow
Divinity
that.
on a short rest?
I don't think you do.
Channel Divinity, you do.
Do you?
I don't think so.
You can double
Double
check.
check.
But regardless, you take a short rest. You take 2. You take an extra long short rest, and you regain all of your short rest abilities back. You heal up.
Oh, you do get it back on a short rest. You're correct. So, you can do that. That is correct.
Yeah, I just sit down and just for the duration of 2 hours, 2 times you see just like a bright flash of like light and cover me.
Oh yeah, short or long rest. Wow, look at that. I'll be damned. Alright, yeah, so I'll allow it. Why not? Technically, you can take a short rest as many times as you want. It's a long rest you can only take once a day, basically. So, I'll allow it.
I take 8 long rests.
Theoretically, you could, but at that point, it's just a long rest, and you might as well have just took a long rest. You're also only level 3, so you only have 3 hit die. Alright then, you all rest up. And the ship, along with you all, continues on its journey, following behind Black. The stray Kuatoa in this massive ocean. And every so often looks back at the ship. Kind of looks up at Crest and kind of quickly looks away before he tries to get noticed. And that is where I will end session.
Sounds good. I don't think we want to go much farther without
Yeah, we don't.
our missing person.
Yeah, we shouldn't go too much further without him enough. Plus, we're basically at time. A little bit over time. So, I hope you all enjoyed it.
Good session.
Good session.
So my max damage on Shadow Blade is 24.
And I hope you all enjoyed it. So if you did, remember to like the video, subscribe to the channel, and click that little bell to be notified when I post again. And if you aren't doing so already, check me out on Twitch. Link in the description below. And I'll see you all in the next one.